I didn't notice these. Is a hot rod.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Junkyard Digs. Today you join myself and Angus up here on the abandoned farm in North Iowa one last time, as we are here to try to get this 1950s, 60s Willys Jeep truck. This thing has been here for nobody knows how long. It's been buried in the ground, as you can see, for a long time, and we're going to see if we can get this sucker to run and drive. Mr. Goose!
That's me.
What do you know about these things?
They're Jeeps and they're trucks and they're four-wheel drive, and I've never seen one in person.
Same, actually.
It's kind of ugly, but it's kind of cool.
Big shoulder shrug all around.
Yeah, this thing's been sitting here for about 8 to 10 inches.
Specifically. The windshield's cracked. The windows are cracked. The seat's gone. There's no door handle.
Kind of looks like you just pushed this thing here.
Oh. Hey!
I'm glad that worked.
The seat's toast. There's the back glass laying there, I think. There's a, oh boy, there's a starter. There's two starters. That's probably not what we want to see. Missing a gas pedal. It's got a twin stick, though. That's interesting. What do you think that is? High-low and four-wheel drive?
Must be.
In the back, we've got just a ton of crap. Like, it is full. And, of course, it's all giant cast iron pump housings and stuff that my back is going to love moving all day.
I'll move this. This seems light.
Rear tires, equally as buried. If you saw the Wrangler episode recently, you saw us try to move this with the Wrangler, and it absolutely did not move a millimeter.
Nope.
I'm sure all the brakes are completely locked up.
Yep.
And it's also buried.
Check.
Moving up front, want to pop the hood on that sucker, Angus?
I love to use the same latches
On the
all the way
Wrangler.
into the 90s.
Oh, that's not bolted down.
Nope.
Ooh, that's a repainted motor.
You know what that means? It's rebuilt.
Been rebuilt, yeah. Actually, it may have been. It's not bolted in.
Oh.
It's just chilling there.
Huh.
Interesting. Is there a starter on it over there?
No. There's a distinct hole where a starter should go.
Oh, cool. Well, I don't know about you, but it's kind of chilly. And I think we should get to work to hopefully forget how cold it is.
Yes, yes.
26 out today. What better time to try to do a revival on an old flathead for the first time on the channel? Alright, where do we start?
Oh, we should probably see if it's actually rebuilt / does it spin.
Oh, good call. Yeah.
I have a lot of leverage on this fan. Oh, it does spin.
Oh.
It's really easy, actually. Well, here, you put it in gear, and I'll drive it out of the hole myself.
Okay. Actually, that's a great idea. We should see if the clutch works. Good pedal. Yeah. It does feel like there's maybe actually something there. Or not, the brakes are froze. You got anything now?
Yeah, I'm still spinning it.
Well, that's not good. How now?
It's easier.
The up and down selection function does not do anything. And the column's barely bolted in, it seems. And the horn doesn't work. Let's leave it. Let's just go home.
Yeah, this isn't worth our time.
Okay, so we might not have ourselves a clutch that works.
Nope.
But we can still see if we can get a flathead going.
Yeah.
Alright, well, step one. We got to get power to it and get it spinning now. Starter and battery cables?
Starter and battery cables.
Alright, here's what we got, Goose. Oh, it does spin. It doesn't feel the best, but it's nice and repainted, so clearly that's rebuilt.
Yep, it's going to be
There you go.
perfect.
Is that one of the like foot pedal start ones?
It must be.
Oh yeah, manual Bendix. It's missing the contacts though.
Does the other one have the contacts? Sure does.
Yeah, there's our contacts. Alright, well, build 1 out of 2.
Yep.
Oh,
I did it.
you did it, Angus. I wasn't surprised.
I'm the best, Angus.
I wasn't surprised at all. What are all the canisters? Are those oil cans? Yeah,
Oil filters.
Oil filters.
Huh.
Oh, check it out. The speedometer says Willys Overland. And it's where the radio's supposed to be. And the radio is where the speedometer's supposed to be.
You know, when people say they look at a 50s car and they go, back when they knew how to make a car. I don't think that's true. I don't think they knew how to make a car.
Nope.
They were trying
Like
a lot of things.
They used a lot of metal. So is there no oil filter on this right now?
Doesn't appear to be.
Oh, no, there's not. Look, he's got it linked together. So he must have had this thing running at one point just to test it. No filter on a rebuilt motor. Cool.
Whack.
Also, this head bolt question mark. Not worried about that.
That's just between cylinders. What do you need that for?
Think O'Reilly's has gaskets for this thing?
Well, I bet they do. Yeah.
Look at the horn on this thing. Beep.
Those contacts are really good.
Alright, well, as cinematic and fun as it would be to work on those on the fenders, it's cold, so we're going to come over here past the Audi into the sun and out of the wind and see if we can get some starters working.
Guess what we left in the Jeep?
No!
We're back in Sigourney again. Got to do everything with what we got.
Let's go see what we can find. Alright, oh hey, there's a ratchet. Actually, that might be the ratchet that was outside, and that's a hammer, if I remember right. Ah, yes, back in the shed I hope to never step foot in again. Here's a 3/4 inch wrench.
Thanks.
And here's a 3/8 inch wrench. And those are the only 2 wrenches I found yesterday when we did the Wrangler.
Oh, these are the only ones we're gonna need.
Oh, quick PSA to save me from getting 1,000 emails and messages. This farm is sold, so everything on it is sold. So save yourself from emailing me asking if every little sign or fender or part that we found on the farm is available, because they're not. I think I got like 200 emails. 100 of them were people asking if they could buy the parts that I just bought, that I needed, that I've been looking for years. Answer, no. And the other 100 were people wanting to buy random stuff. So for those guys, no, sorry, the property is sold. Okay, back to work.
I found this hammer. This is the one I thought I needed for the Jeep last time. I knew I saw it somewhere.
You're telling me that's better than the glow on a stick?
I'm not saying that, but I am saying it's different. I think this guy was stronger than we gave him credit for. I found a full set of ratcheting and wrenches.
Where the hell were those the whole time we've been working out
right
here?
There. They were over here. Anyway, there's those. I just need a Phillips.
Phillips screwdriver. Got it. Okay, I've successfully found like 15 lawnmower blades. There's more!
I found the scissors. I broke the scissors.
Oh! That has to be the biggest Phillips screwdriver I've ever seen. Here, does this work?
No. Honestly, it probably won't.
Okay, this guy clearly hadn't worked on anything in a while. It's taken me 15 minutes to find a pair of pliers out here. Alright, well, here's what we've come up with. A random pile of tools. None of them a Phillips screwdriver.
Nope.
Which is hilarious.
Little pile, too.
Yeah, we've seen like, what, 20 flat blade screwdrivers while we've been here?
Yeah.
Not one Phillips. Alright, so what we got? We got one stripped out Phillips, and one flat. Wait, we have a vice grip, right?
Cool. There's our Phillips bit.
All that for nothing. Alright, let's swap everything over, see if we can get that thing working. Off with the old, onto the new. Assuming this one works at all. Use this big file we found to clean that up.
And my small file.
And then use a small file to clean up the other contact.
Alright. Screw time.
I'm going to leave you alone. Give you some space.
Screwing time. The screw doesn't fit. Throw it away.
Throw the truck away. Leave it. Get in the truck. Let's go. We're out of here. Okay, let's find some wires and see if we can jump this thing and make it work.
Heck yeah.
Found a battery cable?
Yep. There it is.
Yay.
Yay. And there it goes.
Yeah, we might be here a while. Well, believe it or not, we ended up breaking the boat cable anyway.
Weird.
But that's okay, because we forgot this terminal out here last time on that track loader.
Yeah.
So we'll just slap that on the end of here and boom, we got a positive cable.
I think you mean we purposefully left it so that we would be able to do this.
We were trying to save the environment. We didn't want to haul all that extra weight all the way back to Ames.
Yeah, saving gas.
Give her hell. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Wow, that bearing's really worn out. Do it again. I'm sure that'll be fine. Alright, into the truck. Alright, next fun little thing we got to deal with. Starter hardware. You see any?
Not in particular. There's a lot of newer hardware.
Yeah, some random bolts, that's for sure. Oh, I guess it's the world's smallest jack. Or is that the starter plunger?
Oh, that is the starter plunger.
Okay. Alright, well, there's what we can scrounge up.
It should work. I don't see why it wouldn't.
We'll find out. I think this is like a Willys motor, or what is this thing? Oh yeah, look at that. It says Jeep. Man, there's a bunch of loose head bolts on this thing. Okay, here we go. Starter's in. Let's wire it up and see what it does. Ready when you are, sir.
I gotta find a stick.
You want a wrench?
Try a wrench. It's too big.
Oh, to fit through the hole?
Yeah.
Well, you can use the actual thing.
Oh, the pedal. We'll put this back window right here. You ready?
Yep.
I missed.
Do you want to just install the thing properly?
I don't know if we have the hardware to do it.
Oh, we've got hardware out the ass in there.
Oh, no, not out the ass.
Whole pile of brand new bolts right there. There's even wire.
Oh, heck, that might even work.
All right, well, let's install that guy right there and then see if we can get the crank.
Mixing the old with the new.
All right, attempt 2 now with pedal. Hit it. Hey! That was not very quick.
Aw.
Keep going. Wow. Okay. Was that you stopping or did it stop?
No, it stopped.
It stopped?
Yep.
Do it one more. Oh boy.
Are you saying that our front seat starter might not be very good?
No, not that.
No.
It could be our ground.
Could be.
Or anything, actually. I don't know. Let's clean it all up and try again. Okay. It's been a few minutes. I've sourced a new positive wire and cleaned up some more terminals and stuff like that. Cleaned up our negative side as well. Angus has removed the plugs and put ATF down all the cylinders. So now we should have both more amperage to the starter and less resistance. Get some oil on those rings. Help that motor free up. I'm sure the rings are a bit sticky and whatnot. So we'll go hit the button. We'll see what happens. That is slow. Keep going. Okay. I don't think our starter's gonna do this. It doesn't even have plugs in, and it's coming to a stop. What the hell?
Do we have any rope?
No, we don't.
Man.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Sounds like something's getting hot and building a bunch of resistance and losing amperage because of it. Do we try to take that starter top off and clean that button?
Yeah.
I know those suck. Alright, let's try to get that thing out of there. Might not be in the cards today for this guy. Okay, so this is our contactor. As you can see, we cleaned up this surface here. But we forgot to clean up this post on the other side. It takes power from this post with the battery and puts it into the starter. Let's try this again, clean up both sides, see if that makes a difference. Really hope so. Okay, there we go. As you can see, I've got those contacts all filed out and cleaned up. Hopefully that works now. I mean, I don't know if it's fixed, but it's different. What, did I miss a washer? Our contacts here, we got them all cleaned up, but these have stripped out, and this thing's totally junk now. I can't get it to retighten and realign square pretty much at all. So to fix that, we're going to take that off, and I'm going to take the plate on which that used to hook into and take that stud and just hook it straight to a wire, and then I think we can find a solenoid on a boat or something and use that to crank this properly, like a, normal car. Actually, before we go through all that work, I can just plug this in and see if it's a starter issue or not. Oh, cool.
Well, that's pathetic.
Actually, you know what? I grabbed that battery out of the Wrangler, which you probably saw in a recent episode. If not, go check it out. It's probably a fun one. I don't know. It's half done. Either way, I grabbed that battery out of the Wrangler after sitting all night, and I never fired that truck up this morning. I don't know if it has a voltage draw or anything. There's a good chance that that's actually dead. We should grab a battery charger and check before we give up on this thing. Alright, well, that thing is dumping the amperage into this battery, so
You don't think that means...
maybe the Jeep ran it dead overnight. Well, let's let that charge for a bit. In the meantime, we can focus on getting this thing out of the dirt. Now we just wait like, an hour.
1 pound!
1 PSI.
1.2 pounds!
It is technically increasing. 9 PSI. 9.3. I think it's actually taking air. I've never seen a tire take air so slow. There we go. With the power of teamwork, we're able to get that up out of the dirt.
Yay, 3 more to go.
You getting her up?
Oh yeah. Didn't even need any hills.
That was so frozen.
Oh my god. Right now.
Jumps out of the ground. Alright, put some 2x4s under that and set her back down. I got the rest of the tires so far to take air, but not that guy. No.
Joke's on you, silly boy.
Are you saying we can maybe yard drive this if we get it to run?
I'm not saying that, but I am saying that.
Look at it, starting to look like a Jeep again instead of a buried lawn ornament.
It's getting cooler as it gets taller.
I I figured there was no way in hell these drum brakes spun.
Dude, this thing is right as rain. We could drive this home.
I don't know, Angus. I think it might have thrown a rod.
What is this for? A dump truck?
Probably a train. Seeing all the train stuff.
Oh, it could be. Nah, it's too small to be a train.
Think so?
Why is it so light?
Aircraft? Maybe that's our shift lever.
Wait, it's on the column. Wham!
Oh yeah, that doesn't move. We should probably be oiling that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well supposedly this has 30 psi in it. I don't know about that, but we'll find out. Let me try this one more time now that we got her up in the air. Ooh, I don't know, maybe it's not worth my time. What do you think? Empty out the bed and go look for another tire?
Yeah, I think we should.
That's the only thing holding us back at this point. Well, that doesn't run.
Oh, well.
That's a Buick rim or a Ford rim? Doesn't matter. Trash, that's what it is. Place your bets. No bed floor left or good bed floor left? Or wood bed floor?
I bet it's metal, and I bet it's pretty rusty. This thing's heavy, whatever it is.
I think that's a fuel pump.
What's heavy?
Man?
Pump.
No, you look like you got it. Would you like an H? Oh, thought I about busted
take out that window.
Yeah, I was like, no, not the back window. Oh yeah, it's gone.
Me too. This is a really strong running board I'm standing on.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, the metal in this Jeep, actually not bad. There's a lighter. It doesn't work.
That's incredible. I can't.
I know, right? You would really think it would have. Oh, this is just garbage. Like a dumpster load of garbage.
Oh, a battery cable.
God damn it. Oh, the answer's totally gone on the bed. Under all these cans of Old Milwaukee, there's a 2-foot hole.
Oh, brother.
This thing is 5 inches of wet dirt with a bunch of trash and a big old fuel tank access rod.
Nice. Jeep things.
Jeep things. Alright, well, it might be time to see the engine spins. Okay, temp 8,000. The battery's charged for a half hour. Seems happier. Let's see what happens.
You dropped that.
Hey, I think I figured out what was wrong. I think our battery was dead.
Oh.
Okay, so the Wrangler has a battery draw.
Noted.
Good to know. Yeah. Let's hook up an ignition system, sand some points, and get spark going. Okay, ignition time. I cannot believe how clean the inside of this distributor looks despite having no cap on it. Okay, those are sanded. Get my little pinky nub in there and wipe them off the best I can. And then start hot wiring the coil and whatnot. And call that good. Alright, been a couple minutes. Angus has been oiling up some stuff inside.
Yep, got a shifter linkage freed up.
Hell yeah. It actually works, maybe.
It's loose as a goose.
So are you.
On the juice, but...
Meanwhile, over here, I've got some hot wiring going on. I got our points cleaned up. And if you'll note, we got a spark here. The points are working. Let's get some plug wires on this thing and see what happens. Okay, I don't know if we'll hold spark, but we'll have it for a second. I'm just going to bump it with the starter wire. Give her some fuel. You ready on the gas?
Ready on the gas.
We're just going to see if it pops off. Ready?
Ready. Stupid.
Straight to life. Feed it again. Keep her going. That's funny. Hell yeah, dude. Alright, hit it. Come on, girl. Ready? Yep. Starter might be a little warm. Let's throw the battery charger back on it. But damn, it can run.
Yeah, pippity pop to life.
Alright, well let's rig up a proper ignition system and a fuel system and see if we can get this thing to sit here and idle.
That'd be cool. That'd be real cool. Okay, now that we know we need a starter, let's see. We have one on this boat. It's a little crusty and junk looking though. However, I do remember there's this boat. I bet there's a good starter solenoid on this. Oh, this is a Chevy engine, so it's not there. Oh, well, there's a solenoid on the trim pump. Maybe I can steal that guy. Yeah, this will do. We'll be taking this now. Yoink. All right, there we have it. Let's go wire this up on the Jeep truck and let's see if she'll drive.
We've got the solenoid off the boat wired up with my excellent terminal skills there. You get yourself a fuel tank?
Yes, I stole the one that we used on the 8N in there.
Oh.
Yep, it's still got gas in it too.
All right, fuel system's all hooked up. Solenoid is all wired in place. And as you may notice, nothing happens. It turns out that solenoid's bad. Heck. All right, let's go see if we can find another one. Actually, you know what, Angus?
What's that?
Before we get too far ahead on this whole swapping the solenoid and everything and setting this thing up to drive around the yard, we should probably see if it even would drive around the yard. We've got the rear tires in the air. What do you think the chances are the clutch is probably not working?
Well, it went all the way down. It felt like it was spring, but it could be stuck, disengaged.
They could very well be. All right, here we go. Any movement?
I didn't see it back there.
Oh boy. Try another gear. Hit the clutch a few times. Yeah, the Z-bar looks like it's working.
Nothing on this side.
Shit. Well, there it is. First time the clutch was stuck disengaged. We spent hours and hours on this, but it's not going to drive around the yard, unfortunately. We can, however, put some work in and attempt to get it to sit here and idle.
Yes.
Let's do that. Fuel tank is open.
Should be.
There we go. The pliers gets hot and it welds itself.
That's exciting. That fell down.
Yeah. That will probably fall again.
And explode. And
Yep.
we'll be all on fire.
Mm-hmm. Come on, you bastard. Fuel, you bastard. It's perfectly good used fuel from last month. Come on. Holding this leaky can of fuel. There's sparks flying everywhere. This is fun. Come on, fuel. You bastard. Alright, let's see if I can manually fill this. Maybe just run it off this feeder bottle. Alright, well the bubbles stopped. Ready?
Ready.
Oh, come on, girl. Ta-da! I don't think we have a working fuel pump.
We have a working exhaust.
Holy crap. A little bit of smoke out of that one, eh?
Yeah.
Well, we could always hook our fuel bucket up as a gravity feed.
Yeah?
I don't know if it'll keep up, but it should keep up with idling.
Yeah.
Let's try that.
Okay.
Alright, back in a second. Angus just discovered that there's conveniently an access panel to get into our clutch housing. So we're going to pop that off and see what the heck's going on in there.
Oh my god, it's a clutch. I think it's partially disengaged. Because I see the throwout bearing coming and it touches right there. Oh, and then it really doesn't move them at all after that.
Okay, well, back to trying to get it running. Get a gravity tank set up. In doing so, our fuel line snapped off, and I don't know how well you can see, but after the pump right there, the hose was totally full of dirt, or rust. So that's what was wrong with that. Let's see if a gravity feed is enough to get this running. Alright, positions everyone.
Starter is disengaged.
Wrench is engaged. Are you ready?
Yes.
Engaging other wrench.
There we go.
I don't think we got any fuel. Needle and seat massage.
Did we get all the go out of it?
Yeah, ignition still hooked up, battery charger still going.
Yeah.
All right, we can turn her up to 200. Engage 200 amp start mode. Ready?
Ready.
Fire. Yeah, no, it doesn't seem to make a difference. It's just smoking now. Maybe we did get all the go out of it. Got smoke coming from the starter or anything?
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, some. Okay, yeah.
Come on, damn it. We're running out of time for the day. I'm not satisfied enough with just one running. About all the starter is going to give us.
Yeah. Another 6-volt starter adventure with a 12-volt and a jump pack.
I'm not convinced this wasn't a 12-volt generator and 12-volt starter. That should have cranked way better off 12 volts.
Yeah,
if it was a 6. I have no idea. I don't even know what year this thing is. Someone tell us in the comments. The data plate says serial number 4WD34174. Wait, try one or two more times?
Yeah, 1 or 2 more times.
Okay. Looks like the bowl's full. I can't put any more dang fuel in it. Come on, you son of a gun. God, where's our cranking speed? Now I'm not so sure we haven't lost spark.
That's
still good. Never mind. Fire up, bastard. Give me one more. Well, the charger's on fire. You better turn that back down.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, well, I guess that's going to be that. We really should have celebrated and called it good as soon as it sat there and ran for a little bit. What do you say we drop her down on the ground, get the trailer in front of it, and load her up and get her out of here?
I think that's a fantastic plan.
All right, let's do it. All right, for the first time since Christopher Columbus walked these plains, I think, I don't know, somewhere around there. Let's see if this thing moves. Oh, hey, the chain. That'll do her. I don't know if I'm satisfied with calling that quits right there.
I don't think I am either.
I think I ordered a starter online, and we come back to this.
Yeah.
I kind of want to try to putz this thing around the yard.
It would be kind of funny.
It would be great. All right, we're not calling it quits yet. We've only heard it run for like
5 seconds.
5 seconds. So I'm going to get a starter and some other parts ordered, and we'll be back to finish this. We'll see you then.
Kind of forgot we did this.
Yeah, I forgot what we did to it, tell you that much. Ooh. Do you remember where we left off?
It didn't run.
Correct.
A starter?
Oh, yeah. We had a whole bunch of starter issues.
Oh, yeah. That's what was wrong with it.
I bought a starter for this.
Oh, look at you. Thinking ahead.
All right, as promised, we're back. We're not done with this Jeep. It is here in the yard. We're going to do a little more work before we kick this thing to the curb and get it the hell out of my yard, along with everything else around here. But that's the problem for
later.
Yeah, next month. Coming back to me now. We had a dead battery for a long time. Figured that out. Got it to run once. Didn't have a fuel system.
Oh, yeah, because it was full of dirt.
Yes, it was plugged. The pump might still work.
Yeah.
And we rigged up a starter solenoid that didn't work, but we shouldn't need that now that we have a proper starter.
Oh, that's
because we broke the whole top of the deal off.
Yeah.
I don't know. For you guys, it happened 12 seconds ago. Comment below. What the hell were we doing? No radiator. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
No engine mounts. At least not this one. That one does have a bolt, I noticed when we unloaded it. So yeah, one's good enough.
Yeah, good enough for what we're about to do. I forgot about the starter bolt. We couldn't find the right length, so you put a nut on one.
Oh, yeah. 2, both of them. Okay, well, let's see if our new starter fits. We'll start there.
Okay.
See what I did? Funny.
I'll go get the battery.
So I've learned a little in our absence of working on this. I mean, a very little. This is supposedly known as the Go Devil engine. Beyond that, they sell high torque mini starters for these for like $250 on Amazon, which was a lot, but it was a lot cheaper than buying a new one of those.
How much is a new one of those?
We're talking in the $4s.
Dollars?
$4, yeah. This is made by Wasp Performance.
Like
it was made like 2 weeks ago. This sucker, they built this for us. That's how many they sell. They had to build one.
Custom starter?
Look how they spell Wasp. It says it's for a Willys Jeep with a 124 tooth flywheel. We don't know what tooth flywheel we have.
But we do know it's a Willys Jeep.
Supposedly this fits. I do see that we can clock it in multiple directions. Hopefully we won't have to mess with any of that. I don't know. Let's find out together.
Yay!
Ready to begin.
All right, come here, Mr. Starter thing.
You got the thing part right.
That doesn't really do the starter part. Yep, looks just like I remember. It's floppier than I remember. Oh yeah, well, this didn't work, so.
Exit stage right.
That's gone now. Anyway, time to put the new one in that'll definitely bolt right in.
There you go.
The Wasp. The Wasp.
The Wasp. Wasp. These guys probably make great products. We're just shitting all over it.
We don't know that yet, though.
We don't know that yet.
Does the Wasp fit? The Wasp. It does.
Oh my god. Alright, well let's get that bolted down and see what it'll do.
Does.
Let's see if this Wasp will make this thing buzz.
See if this Wasp ding.
Tom.
What? Oh, sure, that's the line. Contact. Ah. Okay, cranked.
Oh yeah, that sounds so much better. It also sounds like a modern vehicle. That is so weird to hear. Oh yes, my flathead LS. Cool. Good job, Wasp. Okay, I'll figure out ignition and fuel and all that stuff we were missing.
Yeah.
Okay, getting our fuel system figured out here. We got some bullshit going on, to say the least. Oh, it works like a son of a gun. What do you know? You get all the rust out of it. As you can see, we've got some two-stroke gas because it's snowmobile season, believe it or not, even though I'd probably be comfortable in a t-shirt right now. So yeah, we get to accidentally do this very properly and have some extra oil in the gas for the top end. Let's get a fuel line whipped up and see if this thing runs. Let me try again.
Let me give you a minute.
How's the line, Sonny?
Don't call me that.
Yeah, you look like you'd be my dad when he was about my age.
Go to your room.
Or any 1987 shop teacher. Hard to say.
This is what I get for trying to make unique styling choices in my life. This is what I get for trying new things. Anyway, wow. This is going to need some fine-tuning for sure, but it's close.
Alright, fuel system's hooked up. We have spark. I got the points cleaned up again. We might as well just hook this up and see what it does. There's a chance it pops. I doubt it. Oh, and fuel. Look at it sucking the bottle dry. Well, there it's slowed down, so that would probably be our fuel reaching up here. I'll cover it, see what it does. Oh, no way! It's just gonna run? No, come on, this thing fought us so much last time. Hold the choke close. Oh!
That could be an issue.
Suddenly, nothing happens.
Ran out of continuity.
Alright, let's fix this and try it again. This thing's just gonna run. It's gonna be easier to sell. Okay, here we go. Attempt 2. Dude, it runs. It runs. Terrible, but it runs. Although it is idling without jump now. Or at least it did for a second. Points again.
Fun.
Did we like never sand them?
I don't really remember, but I thought we did.
They don't look very sanded. Allow me to get my pocket sandpaper. Little rat bastard. There it is. Does it sound like 4 or 3 to you?
It's hard to say.
Yeah, it's jerky and floppy like 3, but it's also a flathead inline 4, so maybe that's just what they're like.
Especially hard to tell with our exhaust being optional for all the gases.
Okay, points are good again. Let's try this again. Now I've got the throttle cable that was binding up removed. Did the old carburetor clean. It seemed to work. I might give her a couple more. Look at that. That is ridiculous.
Pretty much.
Yeah, there's a chance to get that thing to move without taking the trans out.
Maybe.
Look at this though, just putting along. Alright, there's no cooling system. I don't want to get it too hot, but a little heat ain't gonna hurt to break it in. Sweet! Got ourselves a running motor.
Yeah, for sale, $10,000.
What do you say we work on that clutch? See if we can get that thing to move back and forth on the shaft. It's so exposed, we might be able to with enough persuading and lubricating.
Yes, exactly what you want on your clutch.
Is that a new shirt? Persuade and lubricate?
I don't think it should be.
Alright, PB blaster and hammer time. Hit it with your purse.
What does it look like I'm doing?
What's happening right now is that the clutch has been pressed in and the levers pulled our friction plate away from the flywheel, and somehow it got stuck there, be it on rust or whatever, I don't know. What we're trying to do is lube up that shaft so we can get that spring pressure to push the pressure plate forward against the clutch and against the flywheel, and then re-achieve engagement, and we might get a clutch that works at least once. Alright, I'll rotate the motor a bit so you can pound on the other side.
Sounds good.
Wait a minute, Angus, crank that again? Oh, dude, it's turning the transmission input shaft. The clutch is engaged just fine.
Is the transfer case in neutral?
Oh my god. I don't know, probably. I'm sure some kids were playing in here. Yeah, it felt like it was. Try that. Oh, yep, look, truck moves.
Who would have put it in neutral, you know?
Some kids probably playing in it.
Or the guy when he moved it where it's
Oh, that
sitting.
could be. Okay, well, fire
Fire it
this
up
thing
and
up.
see if it
Yes,
drives.
read my mind.
All right,
Rock, paper, scissors of who has to drive the Jeep.
Oh. I don't like this game.
All right, clutch is in.
Clutch is in.
Oh, you don't have a throttle. I might get to drive it too. I might have to sit on the fender. All right, Angus has the starter now. I've got the throttle and choke. Give her hell. She moved.
That was all slip. I was off the clutch.
I know. It was. Well, we got a flat tire in the front.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to deal with that.
Yeah.
How the hell do we deal with that?
We'll make it round.
Maybe I can just set you up a string.
A string. Oh, for the throttle. I was like, that doesn't help our tire situation, but.
Okay, solution time. That is a goofy 16-inch rim, but it has a 5.5-inch lug pattern, just like an F100, of which I have a spare tire. I don't think our center is going to be big enough at all, so it's got to go in the rear. In the meantime, I'm going to be taking this piece of high tensile fence wire and running it through this hole I found conveniently in the firewall. And I'm trying to hook it right here so that Angus can push on the throttle and have himself a throttle. Let's see what we can do. You won't believe it. Righty-loosey, lefty-tighty. This is long before it was even a Chrysler product. Maybe that was the merger. Like way later down the line, Jeep's like, we'll sell it to you, Chrysler, under one condition. You keep our left-hand lug nut threads on the driver's side. Alright, let's see if a Ford tire fits this. It'll be much more like an AMC now. I mean, that's just any manufacturer's component. What year do you think this thing even is?
56.
No, I think it's 40s. Jeep Willys truck manufacturer years. 47 to 65, so it could be literally anything. Oh, they have a flow chart. Follow along, kids, this will be fun. Do you have a split or single piece windshield? Split. If split, go to number 2. Number 2 says, are you a 4 or 6 cylinder motor? If a 4, go to number 3. Number 3 says, are your spark plugs straight on the top of the head or at the side at a 45-degree angle? If they're straight, go to step 4. You have between a 46 and 49. Oh my God. I think this is the oldest proper vehicle revival the channel's ever done. Accidentally. 46 to 49. Wow, they just invented the end of the war. Yes, look at that. Ooh, the white wall looks pretty good on there. Let's swap that aired up one onto the front and see if this thing moves. All right, give your throttle a test. Yeah, and pull for emergency stop. We got 1 tire, 2 tire. You have the ability to get out if need be, right? Okay.
Not in a hurry, but yeah.
It's good enough. You can't burn up in a hurry. First attempt at driving since the war. I don't know. Go full throttle. Try that. Let me give you a little choke. Let me check to make sure you still got spark. Yep, you still got good contact. No spark. That's weird. Because the coil... Yeah, the coil still acts hot. Oh! I left the wire on while we did the tires. I think I burned the coil up.
Oh,
Points worked just fine. Anything?
nope.
I think I burned the coil by leaving it plugged in for 20 minutes.
Shoot.
Damn it. Alright, the proper test is to have full-time power and to interrupt the ground, which I can do since the points are closed. Anything?
Nothing.
Yeah, that coil's dead.
Dang.
Well, shit. Guess what we don't have?
A coil.
Okay, well, we need to go get a coil tomorrow, and as you can tell, we got about 8 minutes of light left till it's too dark. It's supposed to rain all night and for the next, 3 days, so our only chance of working on this is if we can get it to the hard pack and not destroy the yard. So we gotta pull it up there. I think I know just the thing. It didn't do it last time, but it gets a second try. I don't think these headlights are pointing very well.
What?
Boing. Just cheap things. All right. All good back there? Here we go. I got her down in 4 low. Yeah. Success! Success! The Wrangler is pulling the Jeep. Yes. Come along, Mr. Jeep. It is time to do Jeep things. Yes. You are probably way too old to even understand Jeep things. You're just merely a capable vehicle for the time. Okay, here's the hard pack. Oops. Alright. That'll do it. See you guys tomorrow. Oh, good morning.
Morning.
Today you join us right where we left off. I'm removing the coil because we have a new one. There we go. Let's get these swapped out and see if she runs today. Whoop. Right in next to the brand new starter. We're really getting invested into this thing we hope to get rid of for no investment.
Truth be told, I don't think I've ever had a coil go bad.
I very, very rarely have ever had a coil go bad, which is why I collect them when we find them. And then I don't know where I put them, but miraculously you found one today. A brand new one at that. Okay, let's hook this sucker up and see what she does. Oh yeah, I don't think he was at first. That's much better. pretty damn good.
You can try.
Dude, this thing runs great.
Welcome to Ames and Jalopy.
Might be the oldest car I've ever ridden in.
Sure is uncomfortable, you're right.
Just driving around. It doesn't give a heck.
No hands, too.
The alignment's great. The horn work? Ow. Marketplace. For sale.
Just punching right along.
This is awesome.
This is dumb.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I mean it's dumb, but holy crap, I can't believe we're doing it.
Yeah.
Let's let it cool off a little bit before we do a little circle around the yard. Good way to break the motor in though, you know?
Oh yeah, those rings probably gonna seal fine.
Dude, check it out. 1946 to 49 Willys Jeep that's probably sat since the 80s, 70s, 60s, who knows? And it's out here driving around with nothing more than a starter and a coil. That is awesome. That runs so good. Second gear. Oh.
Second gear is a no-go.
Oh. Yeah, too fast for our ignition wire.
Oh, you're kidding.
Who'd have thunk our haphazard ignition system would fail? Go for a second again. Hold it wide. Try it again. The suspension actually suspends. It's doing it. That's awesome. Dude, that is hilarious. What a happy little motor. A little warm. Let's let her cool off again. It's just a video of Angus beating the shit out of Hobbs because he likes butt smacks.
He still wants more.
While we wait for the motor to cool. I don't know.
He's so robust, I could just like throw him, he'd be fine.
Well, should we see if the four-wheel drive works?
Yep. How about you, Hobbs? You want to see if the four-wheel drive works? Yeah, I didn't think you'd care.
All right, for shits and giggles, and because, you know, it's a Jeep, obviously we got to do Jeep things, we want to see if the four-wheel drive works. And it just so happens, I have just the thing. That battery's so dead. I can't believe that started. You know, in hindsight, that actually makes a ton of sense. Of course it would just stall out. What were we expecting?
I was expecting to go over it. Hit a sweet jump, you know?
You would think it maybe would have done it. Well, let's see if we can get it in 4 low.
Yeah.
I'll lock your hubs, you go for 4 low, and then we'll save what battery we have left.
Yeah.
These turn? Holy shit, they turn. Okay, supposedly that's maybe locked, maybe. If this thing goes over the hill, we give it a full restoration. Mostly in your honor, because you'll probably perish.
I don't like this anymore.
You able to get 4 low?
Yes, I was.
Holy crap.
Down is in instead of out, which means something, and then all the way up is low.
The Wrangler made it to specifically right in the center of the screen at the base of that stick. Before Angus said, no, go backwards. I'm scared.
I did say that. I was scared.
I can't
Wrangler's about this long.
This one
we were going to go boop, boop, boop.
This is a good bit longer. Put your seatbelt on.
Sorry, Mom.
All right, on the wood. She floods out real bad. Come on. Super start battery for the win. I don't think he has 4-wheel drive. I don't think you got 4-wheel drive. Let's see. That should be in lock. Oh, hang on. There. This one was backwards. All right, one more go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's 4-wheel drive. It's working.
Backwards. Dude, this thing would have gone over the hill. I was like, I don't know what's over there. I'm not doing it.
That is nuts. That went farther than the Wrangler in 4 low.
This thing's awesome.
Now I know why they call him the Go Devil. That was impressive.
Look, it's a smoke machine too. Choo choo.
Must have been some coolant in it after all. Raises the question of, was it rebuilt or just repainted? Or maybe this came with no motor? Oh.
Who cares?
Yeah, not me. It runs and drives. And
Up a hill.
Up a very steep hill. It's hard to get an appreciation for how steep this is. That pile is so much bigger than it looks.
A Jeep.
Yeah, I don't know about you. I'm glad we didn't call it in the backyard of that guy's place.
Yeah, same. Then I wouldn't have known how tall this dirt pile was. Well, I hate to derail our plans, but this thing needs to go.
It's cool. It's unique. And it does run and drive, but it is for sale. I don't know. What do you think? No title, so
There's no title.
good motor. 4-wheel drive works. Brand new starter and coil.
First and second gear work.
$2,500?
That sounds right.
I think that's very fair. I mean, this thing's 80 years old. It's one of the oldest one of these you can get. So, yeah, someone bring me $2,500. Get it out of the yard. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much for watching. The best way to support the channel is to check out the merch on junkyarddigs.com. We'll see you guys right here next week for another one. Peace of hilariously decent square-shaped tin.
This is the best Jeep they ever made.
Back when Jeeps were Jeeps.
Back when you didn't actually need the wiring.